Today I'm going to share some tips on using oils, essential oils, doTerra oils, for getting a good night's sleep. I love doTerra's pre-made blend of oils for sleep called Serenity. Serenity is a blend that has lavender, cedarwood, hoe wood, ylang-ylang, marjoram leaf, Roman chamomile, vetiver, vanilla bean, and Hawaiian sandalwood already pre-made, and it is one of their best sellers for sleep. When I'm using the oil blends, you can use this directly out of the bottle, and I put a drop on my wrist, my pressure points here. Of course, your veins are very close to the surface here, so that oil works its way into your system very quickly. I also put a drop across the forehead, at the base of the head, on the temples. When I'm using it, I always remember my free reflex points on the bottom of my foot. Y'all know that we like to use the bottom of the foot because our pores are very large there. And it's important to realize that your nerve endings for your major organs are in the foot. So when I'm dealing with shutting off the brain and helping myself get a good night's sleep, I put a drop of my Serenity Blend on the bottom of the big toe. I do that about 30 minutes before bed and put on a pair of socks and let that oil work its way up into the system. And it works great. The other thing about getting a good night's sleep is also you may want to use a little bottle of water and put a couple drops of Serenity or lavender oil in the bottle, 3 or 4 drops, and spray your pillow or spray the air before you go to bed. I know a lot of people that like to spray their pillow, so you're inhaling that as you sleep. The other thing we love to use is also our diffuser. I have my diffuser going all evening. This is a doTerra diffuser that is very effective with about 330 square feet of the room, and as you are sleeping, you're inhaling that mist all night long. This shuts on and off, and it's wonderful to keep filling your room up with that lavender scent and those other oils that also relax your body. And so you put about a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water in here, and then I add 3 or 4 just drops of either the lavender or Serenity, and you just inhale that all evening long. And you know, as you inhale, that mist and that oil is actually going up into your olfactory of your brain and actually having an effect on your stress and just putting you in a more relaxed state. Also, when I'm applying the oils, you might have some oil on your hand or your finger. I also cup my hands and actually inhale the oil so that you're getting it up into that olfactory of the brain too. There is some great tips too that we all know are helpful getting a good night's sleep. One is eating a really good healthy diet, and also before bed maybe taking a walk in the evening hours after your dinner hour, and just getting a little bit of exercise. It's great, of course, we know, to turn off that computer and those electronics, and also remember not to have any caffeine. You might want to just keep your bedroom cool. Run a fan, have your air conditioner turned down a little bit so it's cooler in the room. But one of the things I really love to do is take a hot bath. This is a recipe for a bath that is very detoxing, is very helpful, and that's to get your bath water very warm, very hot, as hot as you can handle it, and put 1 drop of Epsom salt and 1 drop of baking soda. But then I add several drops of lavender into the water, or several drops of Serenity into the water, and your pores are more open in that hot water, so you're taking in the Epsom salt and baking soda, helping your body detox, but you're taking in those oils, and that is awesome for your system to also relax. So after I've had my hot bath is when I would apply those oils to the bottom of the feet, since your pores are very open, and then put on that pair of socks and wear them a few minutes before bedtime. There are some great recipes Two, that you can make up your own sleep blend. I like to get little roller bottles, and this is actually a 10 milliliter. This is a 5 milliliter bottle, but recipes are for 10 milliliter bottles, and I'm going to give you a couple recipes, and you can also make your own. When I am making the oils, the recipe blends, I use only doTerra essential oils, but then I also use fractionated coconut oil to fill the bottle up after I start out with the blended oils. So here's a recipe. Recipe number 1 is 15 drops of lavender, 10 drops of vetiver, 15 drops of frankincense, and 10 drops of ylang ylang. And then I fill up the rest of the bottle with the coconut oil. They call that recipe liquid ambient, and I know it works very well. I have a lot of friends that use that combination of oils and love it. One thing you have to remember if you're using vetiver oil, one thing about vetiver, it's a very thick oil. So when I am making up my roller bottle, sometimes I get a glass of very hot water and I sit the vetiver bottle down in that water so it gets warm, and those drops of oil are a little bit easier to get out when I'm making my blend. Here is another recipe. Recipe number 2 is 15 drops of lavender, 10 drops of vetiver, 8 drops of Roman chamomile, 5 drops of frankincense, and 5 drops of wild orange. I love Roman chamomile. It really does help shut my brain off when I'm using it. Sometimes I will just put a drop of Roman chamomile on the center of my forehead to just really help me relax a great deal. And here's recipe number 3. You can try this one too. 10 drops of lavender, 7 drops of vetiver, 4 drops of cedarwood. Cedarwood's another great oil for helping you relax. 3 drops of ylang ylang, and 3 drops of wild orange. All of those recipes are wonderful in roller bottles with fractionated coconut oil. Rolling on your pressure points, across your forehead, the base of your skull, the bottom of the big toe. All of them will help you get a great night's sleep. And if you need that extra boost, take the Serenity softgel. I highly recommend it, but just take it 30 minutes before bed. It works very quickly, and if you need to, take 2 instead of 1. So I hope these tips help.